Right, to start this off, I'm going to put in the glazing first. Okay, so I'm going into my ground floor plan. And what I'm doing here now is I am creating some reference planes. All right, you can see that's called the south curtain wall. And I've got one up here called the north curtain wall. All right, so I'm going to do in another now. And it's coming down here. Okay, and let's select it. This is going to be the west curtain wall. Okay, and I want this positioned 240 off the grid line. Okay, so here's the grid line. There's the line there. Right, so I'll put in dimension, select the reference plane, change the dimension 240. Okay, now that's set. So each of these is going to be set at 240 around the building, and I'll just do the last one here now. Okay, this will be the east curtain wall. Let's select it. Yeah, it's gone out too far there, but we'll adjust that. East curtain wall. Okay, let's click out now and select it again, and we'll just move it back to down here. Right, now let's get a dimension on that. So it is from the grid to the curtain wall. Okay, select it and change this to 240. Now, why am I picking 240? Well, first of all, you'll notice that my grids are all to the front of the columns here. All right, so that's for starters. So I'm allowing enough space for a connector piece and for the width of the actual precast unit itself. So 240 works out quite well for me on that there. Right, now let's just take a look at the south elevation here. Okay, so we'll do this one first. Now that's a curtain wall that I can do first, so I can bring that right up, and I'm going to bring it right up to the parapet level or the roof level up here. Okay, so that's going to go up, and then I can do the split on that. Then I think I will do these two here, and then come around the corner and do those as well. Perhaps before I do those, I should get these blocks of concrete in. So let me just, yeah, so I want this PDF to come forward just for a second here. Foreground. Okay, so I've got blocks in there. Now, it's interesting that the blocks are inside the grid line here, whereas they're outside the grid line there. So I don't think we have an east or a west elevation here. So that's that one. That's there. So I'm not quite sure if the curtain wall will run around the corner in front of these to this point here. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like to me. And let's just go back to the south elevation here. Here's the east. Yeah, so there's one main block. Yeah, so those blocks that are indicated on the plan go in behind the curtain wall. So the curtain wall just goes in and around the corner there. Right, okay, so that's established here. Right. Okay, so I'm going over to my architecture here. And wall, architectural. Let's drop these down here. Should I get those blocks in first? Maybe I should. Okay, let's do that. Now, so these would be, there needs to be some kind of insulation in between these. So these are going to be some kind of a sandwich block, if you know what I mean. So whether it's rendered block work with insulation in between. I'll be running this. You can see where my reference line is, so that is more or less where the center of the curtain wall is going to be. Okay, so so I want kind of whether it's rendered block work or cast or whatever. I'm not quite sure. You'd have to cast a sandwich panel in there, something like that. So I think I'll do this in block work, right? Let me just check the distance here. Yeah, so if I do it 215 with a 215 with a render on the outside, something like that there. All right, so let's go into wall here, see what we've got. Project basement wall. I do have a block wall here, don't I? I think it's that one. Let's just take a look at this and look at the structure of this here. Some plasterboard, and there's nothing in there. I'll use this and I'll just I'll duplicate it, and okay, so this will be SBEXT exterior wall type EXT underscore there maybe, and then this will be 05. This will be it's going to be a project type, so let's just make it 06 there for the moment to see how we get on with that. Okay, now I'll put in some HB block work here, some AT block work, sorry, AT concrete, masonry block. All right, and it'll be 215. On the outside I'll do a render. Okay, so it'll be external wall render. All right, that'll be 25. Now I need to insert here, and let's bring this down. This will be some type of insulation. So let's check out our AT insulations here. A mineral wool. Yeah, it's very possibly a rock wool or a mineral wool, something like that one. Okay, I'm just going to put 100 in there for the moment, because I want to see what the total thickness of this wall is going to be. So that'll be an external wall render. Okay, and that'll be 25 as well. Now, so it's coming in at 355, and I'll just go okay for the moment. Oh, I want that block work to come around the corner, don't I? Isn't that what I need to do? Yeah, let's just check the distance of this here. Okay. It's looking like it's 950, so I have loads of room there. That's okay. Right. Let's go back into the wall here now. 06 edit type. Right, we want another. You're going to insert here. Okay, down one, and this is going to be block work as well. So AT block work. Okay, and I use these specifically because they have. Now, so I've got some insulation in between and a render on the outside here, and we'll go okay, and let's see how this works for us at the moment. Right, let's come over here. Let's do a finish face exterior from ground to first, and we'll just do a 0. Oh no, we'll do a -350 for the moment, and see how that works out. Right. So it is roughly here. Now, let's see how that works out. I need to move this to the back. Okay, now something akin to that, right? And that should be vacant on the inside. I can increase that insulation there if I wanted to do that. Right, let's have a look at that 3D. There it is there. Okay, so I wanted to come to the underside of this here. Alright, so that would be an east elevation, wouldn't it? Now, here's the block there. Okay. Now, there it is like so. Let's just take a look. Something akin to that. Now, I can move it in if I wanted or whatever. I think we're going to be casting something more here on top of this. I kind of get that feeling. Let's go back to the south elevation and have a look at the east. Yeah, so it kind of, seems to me to be sticking out here a little bit. We might need to put a kind of a concrete capping on top of that or something like that. Because that's the downstand that runs around, right? Okay, so that's that. Now we'll come back and fix that one up now in a minute. Right, let's do our curtain walling. So this would be the curtain wall 1. So wall, architectural. Drop down box. Let's come down to our Shuko system. Okay. We're going to edit and we'll just get rid of that. Duplicate and we'll get rid of all of this here. So it'll be Shuko curtain wall 1. The reason I'm doing this is that if I have any changes to mullion sizes and things like that, if I don't duplicate it and make this specific, when I go to change mullion sizes, say for the long sections of curtain walling, or even the roundy ones that we want to get, it'll change everything. That's why we've got to make these these ones individual here. So we're going to do that. Now I think I'm going to change these. I'm going to bring these up maybe to 110. Because there's a fair few of them, I think. Rectangular mullion 110. Okay, and these will be 110 as well. It's good to do this now rather than change them while they're there, because it's a pain in the butt if you have to do that. Okay, now that's that one. All right, so let's go OK, and now we'll go clockwise. So here's the intersection of our two grid lines here, all the way up as far as here. Okay, escape. Now that is not bad. All right, now we can do that again. Intersection. Just flip this, hit the space bar key just to flip that, and that'll come as far as here for the moment. Okay, and we'll do this one, flip it. Okay, because I'm going anti-clockwise here. Okay, now let's come up here. And yeah, there's probably a block in here as well, is there? So I'll just bring it up as far as there for the moment. Right, now let's take a look at that in 3D. Right. Now you can see how that has come up. Let's go into a south elevation, and it's here we want to be. So I need to take this and bring it down to the underside there. Okay, let's take this one. I'll have to go around the corner there and do that one. Okay. Right. There looks like there's blocks here as well, and if that has to be adjusted, then it has to be adjusted. We'll do the adjustment before we break up the window at any point. And east elevation now. Okay. Sometimes if you go below and then pull it back up, you catch that line a little bit easier. There's that one. Okay, and then I think it was the west elevation as well, wasn't it? Yeah. Pick. Now, there's that, there's a block there. Okay, so you can see what we're doing here. I'm going to create the blocks. I'm getting my my curtain wall in, just one sheet of glass for the moment. I've increased the size of the mullions for the downstairs. I've made it an individual named curtain wall, so I can do all that without affecting others. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check these kind of blocks and see if they're anywhere else, and then I'll finish bringing the curtain wall around across here. So that's kind of part one of getting our facade started.